I gotta go back down. Where are you going?
I am. Just facing up.
Hey, you need to go outside.
What up, man? Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, hey, y'all gotta go straight. I tried. Why don't you look me?
Reggie.
My little one order. I don't Get over about getting the crutches.
Yes, I miss you.
Recording this from the download. I saw that. Yeah. I never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
Were you taking pictures?
Pictures and video.
So you, Mariko?
No, that wasn't me. That was Pharaoh.
No, I asked nicely. And you
I know, I said sorry. That was Pharaoh.
What is you doing in here?
Checking out your freshmen and making sure y'all okay.
No. You can look out.
Give me back my cream. Give me back my lotion.
How do you feel about our current football field, and what do you think we can do to improve it?
Well, my name is Mrs. Taylor, and I'm a science teacher here at Washington High School for environmental science. And some of the improvements that I think they could use would actually be bleachers out there, so that we could enhance opportunities for others to come and have a place to sit. Also, we could use lighting as well, and we could use a big, nice board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's certainly nice to have that space out there. It's a big green space. I know lots of people use the track, and that, you know, the team likes to practice on there. I think it's nice in this historic district of Milwaukee, with all the beautiful houses and everything else around it, to have such a space still available to this big historic high school. And I think it would be really neat if there would be some way it could be turned into more of a stadium with some stands and stuff like that, so that we could actually have our home games here. I think we get more kids come in, more staff come in, more people from the neighborhood come in to watch our games and support us. I think it would bring a little extra, excitement to the community. I don't know, I've been working here for 9 years now, and I've always wondered why it's just kind of this big patch of green, and we got the basketball courts in the front and everything, but I think it could be developed a little bit and turned into something that could be really neat, not only for the school but for the community.
Thank you.
Okay, currently the football field is kind of a little outdated, needs some work done. There's a couple potholes and things like that could potentially be dangerous to students, so I think it definitely needs to be upgraded to some more state-of-the-art, just updated so the kids will be able to have a proper facility to train on in order to be competitive in the state.
How do I feel about our current athletic field? Well, right now it's in pretty rough condition. It's been used a lot for many, many years, and it's in pretty rough shape just through that use. And as a baseball coach, I find it really difficult to use because of the uneven surface. I also worry a lot about injuries from players who struggle with running across the field without tripping on the holes and ruts that are on the field. If we could get a smooth surface, perhaps a turf field, we could use this field nearly year-round based on the snow conditions. It'd be safe, and the surface would be something that as a baseball coach I could use a lot more to field and work on ground balls and base running and things like that. So for me, a better field would be a lot more useful to me than the field that we have now in its current condition. Thanks.
Well, what I think about our football field is I think it needs a lot of work done to it, because the way it looks now, it's not fit for our team, and I'm going to say it's not healthy for our team as well. And what we could do to improve it is to do a lot more gardening, fix up our field so it can be healthy and it can be eligible for our team to play on.
How do you feel about our current football field, and what do you think we can do to improve it?
Well, the current football field is not up to par for playing, period. Whether or not varsity, JV, or freshmen play on the field, I think it should be set to a standard for you know, kind of making the players feel good about where they go to school at, having a good football team, a good football field. I mean, having a good football field kind of brings the momentum for winning. So you need bleachers, and the track too. You guys need a new track, so.
Horrible.
I was asked the question, how do I feel about our current football field and what do I think we should do to improve it? Well, as people at Washington know, some of the staff, students, and also visitors, if they've been walking around our football field or jogging around it or whatever, they'll see the little potholes that we have in the ground. And if our students are having practice there, then there's a 95% chance that they would fall, twist their leg, or hurt themselves. As MPS staff and administrators or whatever, you would not want that to happen because that is a bad look for MPS. So I just want y'all to at least fix the ground and make it a little bit wider so it can be enough room for them to actually run around, and so it could be a lot more people on the field, and also make it bigger so we can have our own home games, except for having our home games somewhere else except for here at Washington High School. Thank you.
I think Washington High School will benefit a great deal from renovations to their football field. I know from experience walking on the field that the surface is very hard, the grass is not in the greatest shape, and there are a bunch of lumps around that make it very easy to roll your ankle. So I think if enough money could be raised and we could get field turf, the playing surface would be safer, look nicer, and actually in the long run be cheaper to maintain. As for the track is made out of asphalt, and we know typically high school tracks are made out of a rubber composite. That would also be a good upgrade. Other upgrades that I might want to look into is an area where there could be public restrooms, not public restrooms, but restrooms for people attending JV or freshman games or soccer games or any type of events that they're having there, so they don't have to run back inside the school to use the restroom.
Okay, what's your name?
Quintera Allen.
What grade?
10th.
When did you start Washington High School?
This year.
Okay, how you feel about it so far?
I feel that here the teachers care about you, and it's a new experience for me coming from private and charter high schools.
Oh, okay. How you feel about the education here? Is it easy, hard?
It's in between because I kind of learned some of this stuff and then some of the stuff I already know, so yeah.
Okay, what's some challenges you got at Washington?
Some challenges is probably the people here.
Okay, think you can work around that?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
What's your name?
Jayziana.
What grade are you in?
9th.
What's different from? How is it different from coming from a middle school to a high school? Like what?
It's real different. You do a lot of different things, and you got a lot of different subjects. Like when I was in middle school, we didn't have a food and technology subject. Like we couldn't cook and stuff like that. And when you were in high school, you could do a lot of stuff like cook. They have more field trips, stuff like that.
What are some problems that you're having now that you didn't have in middle school?
Let me see. I don't know. It's more kids in high school because it's a whole high school. And at my old school used to be the middle school and high school, and now it's just all high schoolers, and it's a lot of kids and they act immature. Like a lot of kids act immature at my old school, but it's more kids that act immature.
Okay. How are your teachers so far?
I like all my teachers. I had one problem with one of my teachers, but that problem went away. But I like all my teachers. They teach well. They do their part they're supposed to do. They do what they gotta do.
And if you have to pick, which one is your favorite teacher and why?
My favorite teacher is Mr. T, because the only thing we really doing in that class is writing notes, and he make everything easy for us.
What subject is that?
I think that's science.
Okay. Well, thank you. What's your name?
Keontae Clay. Class
Keontae.
2021.
So you're a freshman. What's the difference between middle school and high school?
More work. It's more work. More computer system. More people. Can I get my headphones?
Okay. So what are more troubles that you're having now that the middle school?
Meeting new people. Because when I was in middle school, I've been around the same people for like 3 or 4 years, and here it's all new people. So meeting new people.
What's the easy thing about being in high school?
I was in here. Hey.
This thing do this. Don't fucking touch my everything.
What's your name?
Demonte.
Grade?
9th.
What's the difference between high school and middle school?
It's more people.
What's the hard thing about being a high school student?
Getting on class on time.
What's the hardest thing?
That's the hardest thing.
Oh, what's the easiest thing? My bad.
The work.
What do you like about the school?
Talking to me, nothing. He done
I don't even know.
Y'all just messed up his whole
And which teacher here at Washington is your favorite teacher?
Mr. T.
Another student said that. Why?
Because he's black.
And then what's your
You're not in the room, you get out the building.
what's your least favorite student? I mean teacher.
Real simple.
Mrs. Barnes.
I'm not gonna ask why because we're gonna go to MPS. Well, thanks for the interview. What's your name?
My name is Ayana Massey.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 9th.
What's the difference between high school and middle school?
High school is more, well, I don't really know. I mean, middle school is more strict. High school is more on your own. You become more of an adult in high school.
Okay. What's the hardest thing about being at Washington High School?
Trying to keep up with all your classes.
What is the easiest thing of being a student at Washington High School?
Socializing and being around your friends.
See, here's 10-4. What would you like me to say?
Who is your worst teacher here at Washington High School?
Who was my worst teacher? My worst teacher got to be.
What would you like me to say, Jackie?
My worst teacher right now is Miss Bernice because she just got here and now she real mean. She got an attitude all the time.
Who is your favorite teacher and why?
Oh, my favorite teacher is T because T my favorite teacher because he's a real cool dude.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions for you. Thanks for the interview.
You welcome.
Go.
What's your name?
Princess Wallace.
What grade are you in, Princess?
I'm a 12th grader. I'm
You're a senior. Congratulations, last year. What's the Wait. How was your experience here at Washington?
Well, my experience here at Washington has been tough because, you know, some of the classes was tough and rough for me, but I made it through, and it's been good. So I'm happy. I'm a senior. I'm ready to graduate. You know, get ready for college.
Good. If I may ask, what college are you going to?
I'm still trying to figure out what college I'm going to. I'm applied to a lot of college. I can name some: DePaul University, Tennessee State, Clark Atlanta University, you know, some of those colleges.
Okay, what are you going to study?
I want to become a journalist, and yeah.
Okay.
An international reporter.
Okay, and if you could think back, how is it different from middle school to high school?
Well, middle school, we used to do a lot of, I used to go to Mesmer, so middle school, it was it's same as high school for me because, you know, they were still strict. We had a lot of homeworks for me because I went to Mesmer and stuff like that. High school, it's kind of free, you know. I mean, we still got works and stuff, but it's not like middle school, you know. That's it.
No, who is your favorite teacher all 4 years? Like,
who was my favorite teacher all 4 years? This is kind of hard.
Or you could pick multiple teachers. Okay.
Multiple teachers. I will say Miss Michaels because she helped me a lot. She helped me a lot because I was going to fail that class, but she, you know, did some good stuff for me. You know, she helped me. I got Mr. Scheibe also. That's my bro. He's my bro. I didn't want to say that one word. Who else? Yeah, basically it. Any other questions?
Who was your worst teacher or teachers?
My worst teachers. I don't think I have any worst teachers. I mean, all the teachers was helpful to me.
Okay, well, that's all the questions that I have for now. Thanks.
Thank you.
How do you feel about them building a new football field at Washington High School?
I think it's great. I think they should have been one before. I think they should have been building a football field.
So, would you most definitely go to the games if they have games here?
Yeah.
State your name.
LeRon. Why are you getting so close? LeRon Burrows.
Okay. How do you feel about the certain condition of our outdoor sports?
I think that we need to have better working, practicing fields and stuff, because our stuff is not as good as the indoor sports.
Yeah.
I think they can do better.
Yeah. Okay. Why is it important for community members to contribute to the improvement of our outdoor sport faculties?
Because if everybody works as a team, we can build as a community.
Oh, that's a nice answer. Well, it was nice interviewing you, LeRon. You have a nice day.
Thank you.
State your name.
My name is Natalia Banks.
Why are outdoor sports faculties important to Milwaukee community?
Can you ask the question again?
Why are outdoor sports faculties are important to Milwaukee community?
Buddy, you got the wrong person doing it.
Rashawn Collins,
Okay, and what sport do you play, Roshan?
football, baseball, basketball, tennis,
Yeah?
soccer.
Okay, so how do you feel about the outdoor sports field?
It's pretty shoddy, a lot of distance, a lot of places you can hurt your ankle on.
Yeah, on the football field?
Yes.
What about the track field? How you feel about that?
I mean, it's a good track field, but I feel it needs to be extended a little bit, you know, give us more conditioning.
Okay, that's good. What about the outside basketball court? What about those?
I mean, we don't have no nets. We don't even have a full court press. I mean, I believe our basketball courts can use a lot of improvement.
Oh, thanks for your time. Have a nice day.
All right.
State your name.
Kevin Clement.
How do you feel about the outdoor sports faculties at Washington High School?
I feel like they could be better. Like they not safe right now because of like all the holes in the ground and stuff like that, and they expect us to go out there and practice on it, and we might end up getting injured or anything. You know?
Okay. Nice interviewing you. You have a nice day, Kevin.
Yeah.